Battle of Ohio, round number one. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns from Cleveland, Ohio. 1 p.m. on CBS at Huntington Bank Field. The Bengals, they're looking to climb to 3-4 after beating the Giants and go on a mini winning streak. Meanwhile, the Browns, they have a lot of uncertainty at quarterback and they have a 1-5 record. So, this is a must win for both these teams. Period. End of story. It doesn't matter who has the better record right now. It doesn't matter that we have a better record right now. It's still a must win for both of these teams. So it's an important game to show who's going to come out on top and, who's really, who wants it more, I guess. Even though that's like a kind of cliche way to label it. But it's going to come down to that, unfortunately. But let's take a look at us, man. We're coming off a 17-7 victory over the Giants. Our offense did not do very well, but our defense finally stepped up. 2 sacks and two huge fourth down stops, including that last one by Jordan Battle. Then we look at Joe Burrow, man. He was resilient. I mean, he got sacked 4 or 5 times, and he still, showcased that he's still that dude. I mean, he had a 47-yard, rushing touchdown in week 6. And then Jamar Chase, I mean, he dropped the ball, unfortunately, but he still is second in receiving yards, and he has the most touchdowns in the NFL. So this offense is going to continue to improve. They got to figure it out against this Browns defense that has given them a lot of trouble over the last 5 years. So it's going to be important for us. It's a statement win for our statement game for our offense, I should say. Hopefully it's a statement win. And, hopefully we can take advantage of that Browns team that's really, really banged up. And speaking of the Browns, let's look at them, man. I mean, they lost 20-16 to the Eagles, fell to 1-5. A strong defensive performance. I mean, Myles Garrett, he had a blocked field goal return for a touchdown, or I guess he blocked the field goal. I don't remember who returned it, but it was still a big play for that defense. Deshaun Watson, he's been struggling with consistency. I mean, he threw for again under 200 yards, and the offense ranks near the bottom in third down conversions. That's one thing that I found. I think they're like 19, 18%. That's what I saw. But one plus for them, and unfortunate for the Bengals. Nick Chubb is going to return this game, and that's going to add a lot of strength to this running game. And he's been giving us a lot of trouble. I know that it's his first game back, so you can expect maybe a little bit of rust or whatever you want to call it, but still he could very well give us trouble. So it's going to be important for our defense to kind of stack the box like they did Derrick Henry. I mean, they held Derrick Henry in check for the most part until that overtime 50-yard run. So if we can do the same thing with Chubb, there's no reason why we can't come out ahead. And, that's kind of exploiting them and beating them at their own game. And speaking of beating them at their own game, that's one of my keys to victory. I mean, we need to stop playing scared because that's what we've been doing this season, and that's just not a winning formula, especially against a division rival. And we got to pressure Watson, Hendrickson, BJ Hill, Sheldon Rankins. They all have to get to the quarterback. We got to stop the run. Chubb's return, he's going to challenge our defense big time, and it's going to be another, huge test. And, Myles Garrett, he's also given us so much problems over the years. Protecting Joe Burrow is going to be very important for this one. Hopefully that offensive line has a bounce back. And you got to figure that Cleveland's offense, I mean, it's going to kill its own drives in a way with all the penalties that they've sustained. And, that's going to be important for us to kind of offset. And like I said, we beat them at their own game with Chase Brown, Zack Moss, just keep running. Then you establish the pass. And similar to the defense, I mean, you make Watson, throw the ball. I mean, he's had some tough overthrows this season. And that could be, the deciding factor for this one. So you got to be aware. This is a must win for both teams. And it's good. And both offenses, I mean, they're talented. Don't get me wrong. I know the Browns, they traded Amari Cooper. But Jerry Jeudy, he could very well go off. You never know. But got to prevent the drive-killing penalties that we have on key plays, and stop playing scared. Got to stop playing scared, especially in Cleveland. I mean, we haven't won there in 7 years. It's going to be so important for us to get this win, and hopefully we do, man. But, I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, as far as keys to victory, we got to just beat them at their own game. That's how I look at it, and got to exercise some demons. I mean, we hadn't won in New York against the Giants in, quite a bit. And we did that. So hopefully we can exercise some demons this week against the Cleveland Browns. So that's pretty much it as far as that. But here's some of my final thoughts. A win that puts us back in the mix at 3-4. Big win. Hopefully we can, worry about the Steelers losing, Ravens losing, all that later. But let's just take care of business. We got to show these guys who the real Ohio team is. As I always call the Browns, are the fake Ohio team. We need some consistency. I'm tired of losing to these guys. I can't stand losing to the Browns, especially in a place that we've just had. It's just been our house of horrors the last 7 years. So it'd be great to send them to 1-6. Like I said, I can't stand the Browns at all, and just you gotta get it. You gotta get a division win. I mean, last year I know we beat them in Week 18, but that was when they kind of had everything all locked up. This is an important game, guys. We have to come out ahead, and it's the Battle of Ohio. Can't wait. It's Northeast versus Southwest, and hopefully we come out ahead in a place that again has caused us a lot of grief over the last few years, even our playoff years, the last 2 years. I mean, we still lost in Cleveland both years. So I mean, 2021, I guess we had it all locked up, and we've actually won two out of the last three against them. I know that it doesn't feel like that because of how much in they've beaten us in games that really stand out. I talked about it like in a previous Browns, like the Browns video I made yesterday, or that came out yesterday. I mean, you look at the blowouts that they've given us. I mean, it's like 41-16, and 32-13, 24-3 in the opener last year. So that's just kind of something that we gotta kind of have in mind so that we come out ahead. So hopefully we can beat them after what they did do to us usually in Cleveland the last 7 years. So you guys take care, man. Who Dey, go Bengals. I do not like the Browns at all. This will be a big win. If we lose this game, I will not be happy, and you can expect that in the post game. But you guys take care. I'm heading out. Who Dey?